The following video was recorded September of this year, 2020, and therefore may appear somewhat dated. However, I still would like to share it with you. Hello, I'm Amber, and I am located in Oregon. You have probably heard about the wildfires that have been ravaging Oregon. The air quality up until yesterday has been terrible. When I looked out the window, everything looked yellowish and hazy, really gross. I learned more about evacuation zones than I ever thought I would have to learn. Turns out level 1 means get ready because you might have to evacuate. Level 2 means get set, get everything all packed up to go. And level 3 means get out now. Entire towns have been destroyed. It breaks my heart. And so many people there have lost just everything. I feel extremely fortunate because my house never went above a level 1, but the border of the level 2 zone was really uncomfortably close, just a few blocks away. And being the family historian, I have a lot of family mementos. I wouldn't necessarily call them heirlooms because most of them aren't really worth anything, except to me. But they do have great sentimental value. Now that the rains have finally arrived and the wildfires are starting to get more under control and the evacuation zones have receded from my area, I can finally relax a little and unpack. And it has made me realize that there's a project that I've been meaning to do for a long time that I really shouldn't keep procrastinating on. In case you haven't guessed, that project is recording the family mementos. Now, a lot of people will write down the pertinent information and attach it to their heirloom or whatever it may be, which is a great idea. But it doesn't work so well if the object is small, or if it's something like a dish that you actually use. And if you do end up losing the object in some kind of disaster, then you've lost the story attached to it as well. So my idea is to create a book of these mementos and their stories. And I think it would be a really good idea to back the pages up on the cloud as well. Or even better yet, to upload them to the memories portion of the family search tree so the rest of the family can enjoy them as well. Because in the long run, it's really the stories that are the most important. And if you have photos of the objects along with their stories, then even if the object is lost or ends up in a different branch of the family, the memories are still there to share. And even if you don't know the whole story, that's okay. Just tell what you do know, or tell what the object means to you. This ceramic dog belonged to my grandmother. I don't know where she got it. I don't know when she got it. She probably picked it up at a garage sale for all I know. But I remember visiting her house as a child, and this dog was always on the coffee table. And I love dogs, so I was always attracted to it. And when Grandma died, I wanted the dog. I can write about that. Or this ceramic candy dish. I do know that my Aunt Elsie made her. Aunt Elsie used to make a lot of ceramics. And when I used to visit Aunt Elsie, when she was getting older, she used to always give me some things from around the house. And one time she gave me this candy dish. She said she was giving it to me because when my dad was little and he came to visit her, he would make a beeline over to her. And so she was sure that he had fond memories of her. When I got home and I told my dad about this, he looked at her with a very blank stare. He had no recollection of her whatsoever. And I told him what Elsie had told me. And he said, well, that explains it. I was focused on the candy. I didn't care what the candy was in. And I think that's a fantastic story to remember and to share. And she has become very special to me. So that's just a couple examples of the beloved objects I have around the house and their stories. And I think I'll be spending some time for a while photographing them and writing down those stories and getting them onto Family Search Memories and starting to put together a book for myself. And I encourage everyone else to do something similar. And it's a little off topic, but I just want to mention that over the summer, I had done quite a bit of driving around and visiting cemeteries, just creating some raw footage to keep me held over for the winter. And now that the fires have hit, quite a few of those cemeteries were right in the area that was hardest hit by the wildfires. So that footage is sort of a time capsule. I have a feeling a lot of those cemeteries don't look the way they did anymore. And I hope to visit them again and see how they fared. But you can look forward to some upcoming. But you can look forward to some upcoming content on this channel that may not be exactly current when it is released. So I'm Amber. I'm a family historian, a history buff, and a taphophile. You can look for that kind of content on this channel. See you next time. I finally got my first subscriber! Woo! And with the acme of bad timing, I have gotten way behind in uploading new videos. And so I apologize to you, my wonderful subscriber, who's probably the only person who cares, for not uploading any new content in so long. Life has interfered. I am by profession a preschool teacher, which is an exhausting job to begin with. But now this whole COVID thing, there are so many extra precautions and things to remember, plus the fatigue inherent in wearing a face mask all day long. And that's not even to mention things going on in my personal. And you get the picture. I have new content to upload. I just haven't been able to find the time to edit it together and make it presentable. It's just raw video. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not sure quite when that's going to change. But I promise one day I will get back on schedule.